Hi, everybody. Larry Bailey here, Awesome Technologies, Inc. We are going to go through another weekly newsletter here with the information is brought to you from MBS Highway. You can find out more information from mbshighway.com. It's also brought to you by Awesome Technologies, Inc. You can find out a ton of information over at awesometechinc.com, whether you're using the Encompass platform, Meridian Link platform, or Byte. Definitely check out all of the automation and the workflow review. You'll always hear me talking about workflow before technology. We're actually doing a significant amount of workflow and technology reviews for clients, effectively health checking the entire workflow from leads all the way up to accounting and giving you back a written report of recommendations that you can either take care of yourself or you can even hire ATI to help you out with that stuff. So I'm recording this. This is the newsletter for February 12th, 2024. And we're going to go through the week of February 5th, 2024 in review. And by the way, while I'm recording this on the 13th. It's important to understand that the CPI numbers came out today. It's Consumer Price Index today, the 13th, and completely blew up the bond market in a bad way. Stock market too. So we're going to talk more about today next week. Let's talk about last week today. And so these stories are from the week of February 5th, 2024. And here we go. So the latest appreciation and inventory data show why housing remains a great avenue for wealth creation. Read more on the details. It's funny because I owned a house down at the Jersey Shore. I sold that to get the heck out of Dodge because I just couldn't stand what was happening down the Jersey Shore. I sold that in 2018 actually. Today, it's now 2024. If I had held on to that, I probably would have gained another $500,000. So probably not the best financial choice, but it was the best for my health. So what do they say? If you don't have health, you don't have anything. It's true. So listen, here's what's going on. Here's the stories that we're going to cover. Not that many. So home prices expected to extend to new highs, quote unquote. The real story on existing home inventory, you're going to want to hear that, and is a rise in initial unemployment claims ahead. We'll find out here. So first story is home prices expected to, quote, extend to new highs. So Black Knight released their home price index for November and December, and home values rose 0.1% in each of those months. Prices were also 5.6% higher than they were in December 2022. And Black Knight's not alone. CoreLogic also released their latest home price index, which showed that the national home values fell 0.1% from November to December. And while this monthly figure was slightly different than Black Knight's, CoreLogic's 2023 level of appreciation was just about the same, with home values up 5.5% last year. CoreLogic also went on to forecast that home prices will fall 0.2% in January and rise 2.8% in the year going forward. Though it's worth noting that their forecasts tend to be on the conservative side historically. For example, CoreLogic originally forecasted that we would see a whopping 3% in 2023, when in fact we saw 5.5% on their index. Plus, going back to 2021, they had forecasted 6.6% decline, and we saw nearly a 19% gain instead. So, bottom line here, gang, is the rise in home prices reported by CoreLogic and Black Knight. Listen, these things have been echoed by other major indices like the Case-Shiller Index and the Federal Housing Finance Agency, also known as FHFA. Those indexes, because they showing that the now still remains a great opportunity for building wealth through real estate. And it was echoed by CoreLogic's chief economist, Dr. Selma Hepp, who noted that, quote, home prices will continue to extend to new highs entering the typically busy spring home buying season, close quote. Which leads us into a great segue into the next story. And what is the real story on existing home inventory? So here's how it goes. The National Association of Realtors, also known as NAR, it recently reported that there were just 1 million homes available for sale at the end of December 2023. And that was down 11.5% from November's 1.13 million available homes. But these numbers don't tell the whole story. Many homes counted in existing inventory are under contract and are not truly available for purchase. In fact, there were only 666,000 active listings in January, which is well below what's counted in NAR's reporting and less than half of what we would expect to see in the normal market. This is wild. So bottom line here is tight supply. We know economics, right? Supply, demand. Supply's high and demand's low, prices will go down. Demand's high, supply's low, you're going to get prices going up. So no different in here. So many homeowners with low rate mortgages are holding onto their property instead of listing it for sale. Plus, demand is only expected to rise, especially if rates move lower this year and more buyers decide to resume their home search. I saw actually a personal note. I saw a story today that because rates are falling and other things are changing, an average mortgage payment is down $350 a month, and that's someone's car, right? That's someone's qualifying, so it's a big deal. Fannie Mae's latest home purchase sentiment index showed also that in an all-time survey, high of 36% of respondents said that they expect mortgage rates to decline in the next 12 months. Whether they're right or wrong is irrelevant. The fact that they think that's going to happen, that's what's important. So the story goes on to say this ongoing disparity between supply and demand is a key reason why home values continue to rise and why now provides great opportunities. Listen, I've been saying this since I got into mortgage banking in 1993. When you have a deal, I don't care what the money costs, as long as the deal makes sense and you can afford it, take the money. What you don't want to do is wait, because waiting gives risk. Risk is not typically good. So there you go. Here's the next story, is a rise in initial unemployment claims ahead. So here's the story. The number of people filing new unemployment claims was lower than expected in the latest week, as initial jobless claims fell by 9,000 to 218,000. Continuing claims also declined by 23,000, with 1.871 million people still receiving benefits after filing their initial claim. So what's the bottom line? While initial jobless claims are still relatively low, the 4-week average is near the highest level since December of 2023. There have also been some high-profile layoff announcements. If you didn't hear about them, you might have blinked and they went through the news. I'm sure they'll come out in the future unemployment filings. In addition, continuing jobless claims, they're hovering around the highest level since 2021, suggesting that people are having a harder time finding work once they're let go. So, yeah, it's tough. And then you get a whole bunch of people out there who are advertising jobs and they never hire anybody. I don't understand what that's all about. But if you're out there applying for jobs, just be really careful about giving your personal information. I've been hearing and seeing a lot of people caught up in scams, like talk about, kicking somebody when they're down. Just be careful, please, when you're making applications. Family hack of the week: dish up this cherry almond coffee cake courtesy of Taste of Home, perfect for brunches, afternoon snacks. And this is just in time for the National Almond Day, which is February 16th. Like, that's in a couple of days. So you're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In a large bowl, you're going to mix 2.5 cups all-purpose flour and 3/4 cup sugar. You're going to cut that up into you're going to cut in 3/4 cup cube cold butter, say that 3 times fast, until a mixture is crumbly. Reserve a 1/2 cup of crumb mixture for the topping. Next, you're going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the remaining mixture. Stir in 1 cup sour cream, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Spread that batter into the bottom of a greased 9-inch spring-form pan. If you don't know what that is, look it up. In a small bowl, beat in 8 ounces of softened cream cheese and a 1/4 cup of sugar until smooth. Add in 1 egg and beat that on low until just blended. Don't overblend it. You will regret it if you do. You're going to pour cream cheese mixture over the batter, then spoon in 1 cup of cherry preserves on top. Sprinkle this with the reserved crumb mixture that you held on before. And a 1/2 cup sliced almonds. You're going to bake all of that until the top is golden brown, probably 50 to 60 minutes. Let that cool on a wire rack for about 15 minutes before serving. If any of this information sounds really awesome, you want to see the video walkthrough, get over to mortgage.community and check it out over in the market news information. Battery analysis down. What to look for this week? Sorry, I got a notification from my battery analysis. What to look for this week? Critical inflation reports could impact the market starting Tuesday when January's consumer price index is released. That's today. That's today. And look what happened. Not good. Not good. The producer price index, which measures wholesale inflation, is reported Friday. If that inflation is also hot, you're going to see that number that says basically it's par 0.11. You're going to see that number go below par, which means money's really expensive. Such a big change from even a few weeks ago. Money is that much more expensive. Housing data will also make headlines this week. Builder confidence for February is from the National Association of Home Builders. That's the NAHB. That releases on Thursday, and January's housing starts and building permits follows on Friday. Friday's a big day. You've got the producer price index, and you've got housing starts, and you've got building permits. Thursday, going back to Thursday's bringing jobless claims and manufacturing data for both the New York and Philadelphia regions, and January's retail sales. A lot of stuff happening this week, gang. That's why the markets are not happy with today's numbers. Maybe we're not done raising interest rates. I don't know. It's a couple weeks ago, everybody was all the rage about rates are dropping. We'll have to wait and see. Make sure you come in here next week and we'll figure out what happened this week then. My name is Larry Bailey with Awesome Technologies. You can reach me at larry@atihelps.com. Check us out in person if you're going to make it to the Lenders One Summit over on March 3rd to March 6th in LA. Or make sure you set up a meeting time or stop by the booth, booth number 520 at the ICE Mortgage Technology Encompass Experience 24. And then that's the 18th to the 20th of March. And if you're going to that ICE Experience 24, make sure you stop by the after event, which is the wrap-up show. That's something I started last year, and we're going to continue it on till forever, maybe. That's on the 21st, and it's free. And it has us basically kind of rehashing all the stuff that happened during the experience. And it's super fun, and it's a really close-knit community. So I hope you make it. Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.